And 1, 2, 3. I don't actually know how to play this. I bought this at a garage sale for 50 bucks, never got lessons. Plus I have a roommate home right now. So even after San Diego Comic-Con, where Marvel announced a Shang-Chi movie, a standalone Black Widow film, and a motherfucking Blade movie all coming in 2021, along with other films and series for the Disney network, some bald glasses wearing assholes on YouTube still want more information on upcoming Marvel films, especially now that Marvel owns the rights to the X-Men. Now there's been a lot of speculation online from nerds such as myself saying that which characters will they bring to the MCU? Obvious question. But also which characters will be left out because of how far the MCU is now. It just wouldn't make sense to pop them in Phase 4. Now as everyone's all scrambling, having discussions on YouTube and stuff like that with very little information besides the fact that we know that X-Men characters can be put into the MCU now, Anthony Russo actually took to Reddit on an MMA and answered, well, one very obvious question. That question being, are they thinking about putting Wolverine in the MCU movies? So during said Reddit MMA, Russo was asked which characters would he have put in Endgame if they had the rights to them while they were filming, well, Endgame. And his response was, we love us some Wolverine. People are getting excited over this. But let's be honest though, Wolverine coming to the MCU was basically a given. Like the moment they would get the rights to the X-Men, Wolverine will be plucked in there. Let's be real. Like we can't really picture an Avengers without Iron Man, well at least up till Endgame. Just like how we can't really picture the X-Men without Logan. Like who else would they get to lead the X-Men? And I know people are gonna probably say like, oh, I read the comics and while Wolverine was dead, this person was in the X-Men. Cyclops is a really good No, shut up. How will they initially bring the X-Men in without Logan? They probably could figure some way to do it. They probably could. But a lot of fans probably wouldn't accept it. Or they kind of like, cool, look over it. Just saying. And during this Reddit Q&A, he also said that if he had the chance, he would have double the characters in Endgame if by the time they were filming it, they had the rights to X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Now keep in mind, all this broke that Disney bought Fox, or that whole situation happened right as they finished shooting Endgame. So imagine being the Russos and then just being like, okay, we just made this fantastic masterpiece that people are gonna love. The fans are gonna, it's super awesome. People are gonna love it. We did the best we could with the assets we had. And then all of a sudden, Papa Disney's like, oh, by the way, you can use X-Men characters now. Like, so we're trying to say that if we waited to shoot this, we could have Wolverine chopping off Thanos' hand. So, like, you couldn't have made this happen sooner? Oh! But that being said, all of this is just speculation. And again, this is just like basically 2 quotes from a Reddit Q&A. But this just shows how hungry people are and how hungry like news articles and YouTube, barely established YouTube channels are to get just any news about Marvel and the MCU. I'm afraid to fly. So as much as we all love superhero movies and superhero shows and all that stuff, you gotta admit after Endgame there was I guess superhero fatigue going around. Like you see a lot of people on YouTube talking about like, oh, I'm fatigued. Oh, Phase 4 doesn't interest me, I'm fatigued. But they're not wrong, like especially after all the emotional investment we had all of last year after Infinity War. waiting for Endgame, and then it was just delivered on all fronts. That emotionally exhausted a lot of us. To the point where, like, even after watching the new Spider-Man movie, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna stop watching superhero movies, but like, I can't believe I'm asking this, but I kind of want more Ant-Man and the Wasp kind of movies. Movies that are just kind of there to have fun and also remind you, hey, superhero movies are still going. Or maybe even another season of Titans that come out sooner, because that was different enough to keep me engaged. I guess to put it into, I guess a good way to explain it is that like superhero movies and TV shows were kind of like an ex-girlfriend, right? Like you guys went your separate ways because you were kind of tired of each other, but at the same time, you guys both know what each other likes. So night after night, you invite him or her over, and they know what you like, and you know what they like, and it's just a good thing, though you're kind of getting tired of it, but you don't want it to stop until one day your next door neighbor, your new neighbor comes in, kicks down the door, throws your ex out the window, and shows you things that you didn't think you'd want, but things you can't live without. When did this turn into ASMR?
Blah, 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 blah. All that chit-chat's gonna get you hurt.
Jokes aside, The Boys on Amazon Prime was like the shot of adrenaline that I guess a lot of us needed after Endgame, and we just needed something new, something that was still a superhero show, but kind of changed the formula, turned it on its head. And that's exactly what we need. We no longer, like in The Boys, the main character isn't the big strong Superman knockoff. No, it's a nerdy white guy who, okay, I was about to say something about the first episode, but going blind. Just go watch the show if you haven't already. I'm not gonna spoil anything here, but finish this video, then go watch it. And clearly I'm not the only one who thinks this way. It's not only the highest rated show from Amazon Prime, it's also the highest rated superhero show on IDMB. Even beating out Daredevil, of all things, which I did not think I was gonna say. Especially after the third season of Daredevil, I'm like, this is pinnacle. You can't top it, but The Boys did, apparently. So to give a comparison, just to compare it to other superhero shows, on IDMB right now, The Boys has an 8.9, beating Daredevil, which has an 8.6. Not far, it doesn't beat it by much, but I guess at the level these shows are at, where like, as Vin Diesel would said, you can lose by an inch, you can lose by a mile. Either way, you lost. I think that's the quote, I haven't seen the movie in years. But just to give you a rundown, The Boys 8.9, Daredevil 8.6, The Punisher 8.6, Legion, which I haven't seen, 8.3, Doom Patrol 8.2, Titans 8, Jessica Jones and Umbrella Academy also at 8. I would not think Jessica Jones would be that high. So I was curious, so I went on Rotten Tomatoes. And if you look at the critic scores, The Boys is at an 81%, while Daredevil's at a 97. So critic score, big gap. But user score, Daredevil's at an 89, and The Boys is at a 97, I believe. My tablet's very slow. I should start a GoFundMe. I'm using a 4th gen iPad. Help me. The Boys at 94%. There we go. So The Boys at 94%. Daredevil's at 89%. Now, as I said, I know that doesn't seem like a big difference, but I guess at the level where these shows are at, only takes a little bit. And look, me personally, I would have to wait for more. I'd have to wait for more seasons, plural. I have to wait till 2 or 3 seasons into The Boys to really give my opinion. Especially after Daredevil had 3 seasons to develop when The Boys had 1. That being said, the 1 season The Boys had was one of like the best, I guess, first seasons I've seen in a while. 4 p.m. one day, and I was watching it all the way till 3 a.m. the next morning. The only thing making me go to bed is that I had to wake up early the next morning. Even then, I probably squeezed in one more episode. So if you haven't seen The Boys, go watch it. It's killing it in the ratings right now, and it's definitely probably gonna earn Amazon some new subscribers. It got me. That's another unscripted video from me. Leave a comment below, let me know how you guys think the X-Men, or even specifically Wolverine, will be put into the MCU. especially now that we're this late in the game. Phase 4 is around the corner. How are they going to put the X-Men into the continuity they have created thus far? I do love this whole conversation about theories and stuff involving the MCU, especially how to put the X-Men in. I actually made a video on it before Endgame came out. Comment below, let me know about that. Also, if you have any feedback on the channel, leave it down below. This is still a work in progress. I'm just one man, I do what I can. Give me feedback. And on that note, I've been Ben EB. Thank you for watching. See you next time.